right.
So we're going to have it in Baltimore?
Win-win. Win-win.
Win-win. Have it in Baltimore. Yeah, there you go. All right, Gary, anything else?
You guys have a lovely day. Take
Thanks.
it easy.
You too. Have a great weekend. Okay, so oddly enough, in the Democratic debate, the bad guys were the ones with common sense and the more moderate ones, right? Mm-hmm. So, Derek, you got track 5 ready? Let's hear that.
Folks, we have a choice. We can go down the road that Senator Sanders and Senator Warren want to take us with bad policies like Medicare for all, free everything, and impossible promises that'll turn off independent voters and get Trump reelected.
Democrats flipped 40 Republican seats in the House, and not one of those 40 Democrats supported the policies of our frontrunners at center stage.
I get a little bit tired of Democrats afraid of big ideas.
I don't understand why anybody goes to all the trouble of running for president of the United States just to talk about what we really can't do and shouldn't fight for.
Pie in the sky, for me, is the Democrat platform. Right?
Mm-hmm. Now, the first guy was kind of opposed to the crazies, right?
Yes.
Yeah, well, the one-eyed man in the kingdom of the blind, right? So, our stopped clock is right twice a day, unless it's a digital clock and it's flashing 1200.
I've never heard that before. That's a winner.
Yeah.
I might have to steal that one.
Okay, go ahead, because I'm sure I didn't come up with it.
One-eyed man.
But, you talk about the debate, you talk about these candidates, think about what they're running to do. They are all running to be George Soros's puppet.
Yeah.
Trump
you think that's it? They just want the money?
Well,
ooh, George, watch what I can do.
They just want to be the mouthpiece. They want to be the Barack Obama who does the bidding of the overlords. That's what it is. It's like,
I
vote for me. I'll
that.
suck up the best of George Soros.
Yeah. Did you ever see the movie They Live? That's one of my favorite movies.
Yes, but I can't.
And Rocky Roddy Piper was in it, and when you
Then
put on
I
a
didn't
certain
see
pair
that
of glasses,
one.
you
No, I
could
didn't
see
see that
who
one.
the globalist elite were. Great movie. They Live. I'm going to tell you. It's the 70s, so it's got that 70s feel to it. It's kind of cheesy, but it's a great movie. I love it. Anyways, that's putting my cap on. Derek, I want to jump down to track 7. We'll skip the Marianne Williamson and come back to it. You got track 7 ready? This is about, again, Medicare. Go ahead.
Medicare for all is comprehensive. It covers all health care needs for senior citizens. It will finally include dental care, hearing aids, and eyeglasses.
But you don't know.
Second of all.
You don't know that,
Second
Bernie.
of all.
We'll come to you in a second,
I do know, and I wrote the damn bill.
Why do we got to be the party of taking something away from people?
No one is the party.
Hold on
That's
one second,
what they're
Senator.
running on. They're running on telling half the country that your health insurance is illegal. It says it right in the bill.
Let's be clear about
bill
this.
that Bernie
We are
wrote.
the Democrats.
Yeah. So the Democrats, honestly, Medicare for all you union guys out there, for all you blue-collar people who are happy with the plans that you have, maybe you're not happy is the wrong word, right? You're satisfied. At least you're getting something for your money. The Democrats want to say, that's illegal. It's in the bill. Private health care will become illegal. Now, let me ask you this. Doctors are well paid, most of them. Not all of them, most of them. And they've got big bills, of course, to pay because it costs them a lot to get there.
Still paying off their student loans.
Yes, and what happens when these smaller hospitals have to do everything via Medicare? There's no more private insurance money coming in. How many are going to go out of business? How many doctors will walk away? And at which point, now we've screwed up our healthcare system. You're going to be waiting in line, and the death councils will definitely be there, just like they are in Canada. Don't tell me they're not there. I had an aunt who died because they said, you're too old to get the treatment. Right? Mm-hmm. It's coming. Medicare for all will be the death knell of the American health care system, period. And 160 million Americans, half of us, will lose our private health care if we go to Medicare for all. That's what happens under Bernie and Elizabeth Warren.
Speaking of the fraction half, all right, so people say, we'll see an increase in taxes. Well, half the country will not see an increase in their taxes.
Bingo.
Because they don't pay taxes.
They don't pay taxes
What
at
you
all.
have to do is sell them on the point that they'll get a smaller refund for not having paid taxes. Because they get the earned income tax credit, right?
Yeah,
well, that's going to be cut. That's going to be cut in half. When all this has to be paid for. Somebody I heard recently said something to the effect of, you're going to say co-payments are down. No, your co-payments are going to be hidden in your tax bill. That's where your insurance funding's coming out of.
I can't imagine what the percentage would end up being on our income tax on us if Medicare for all went into effect.
just put it on the card. It's another $30 trillion. It's just something the grandkids will pay for.
Right.
You know, I'm reading about the cause of the French Revolution, and it really was. Do you know what it was? What a big part was?
Go ahead.
A lot of people think it was the famine that happened the year before. It was bad economic policy. And one of the bad economic policies that France had was lending money to the American Revolution. And they borrowed money to do it. So they helped us to tweak the British at their own expense. And they put it on the card, and everything came crumbling down.
Well, we more than paid it back in World War I and World War II.
Well, that's true, too, yes.
Yes, exactly right. Well, we got a track from Marianne Williamson, which I know you wanted to hear. And I hope this lady stays in for at least one more.
Can you imagine? I can really imagine her being president. I've seen Idiocracy. I know how it works. Listen, she sounds so nice. I think her church went bankrupt, the one she had here in the state.
All right, hold on. Let's get this before I lose it here because we're running out of time. All right, Derek, you got Track City for Marianne. This is her. God bless her. Run it.
No, God bless
If you think any of this wonkiness is going to deal with this dark psychic force of the collectivized hatred that this president is bringing up in this country, then I'm afraid that the Democrats are going to see some very dark days. There is an injustice that continues to form a toxicity underneath the surface, an emotional turbulence that only reparations
Thank you very much.
She sounds good, though. She really sounds. She's a good televangelist.
She's the self-help guru,
snake oil salesperson.
But she touched on it at the end. She wants to go reparations. She wants to go reparations. We could do a whole show on it. We probably should at some point. But reparations, really? So how are you going to decide whose parents, great-grandparents, great-great-great-grandparents came here as slaves?
It wasn't Kamala Harris's.
It wasn't. Exactly,
they own the slaves.
And what about those people of non-color that came long after slavery? The Germans,
my grandparents,
the Irish, right? My grandparents came. My grandfather almost was on the Titanic. He
Get out of here! That's my story.
Really?
My grandparents' names are on the manifest for the Titanic.
Wow, high five, dude. We both made it just under the
They couldn't sell the furniture in time, so they went on the Oceania instead.
Yeah, my grandfather
I thought
missed
you were
it
confusing
for whatever
yourself
reason.
with me for a second.
No, he actually drew a picture of the iceberg because he was on the boat right behind it that came back the next day or 2 days later, whatever. The captain
He was
said,
on my grandparents' boat.
I bet you they were.
Oh, we gotta look at it. Maybe they knew each other.
You know what? We'll have to go through that manifest. Do you have that?
Yes.
We're going to look for it. Okay, until next week, we'll see you all on The Drift, and go to thedailydrift.com.
And The Current.
And The Current, COURANT online.com. See you next week. Bye.